Alright, Battle Rally time. I hate that I keep clicking on that. We're going to be doing the Battle Rally, and for this time I figure the best way to do it is to just cut out the boring battles. That's it. Just cut them out, don't put them in the video. I can commentate more that way, and these videos can be shorter because I know that they're pretty long. Hoenn. Alright, Hoenn supports kinda blow ass, but Hoenn as a whole, not too bad. Oh, I mean, how good is Hoenn? Oops, nope. How good is Hoenn supports? I mean, if we look at it, EX roll, see support, Hoenn. Yeah, okay, I was right. Hoenn supports are so bad. Let's hope that this isn't a rally where I need a lot of supports, because we may have to buy a different upgrade. Oh, we're starting off strong with Sprint and Field. Oh no. Well, let's get into it. So our first battle here is on Area 2, where we have Archer, Marnie, and Wally. Also, it's very fun to say Marnie's name is Marnie. I don't know why. Either way, this was fun because I utilized Archer for the first battle, because it was a sprint field bonus. This is the one where you get one roll and then you get a secondary roll, and that secondary roll becomes the first roll for the next battle. It's like field sprint, then sprint something, then that roll, then something else, right? That type of thing. It goes in the pattern. That was a bad explanation, but whatever, it's fine. Either way, this battle was fun to show just because I like sync ramming with Archer. I got to use Archer twice in one rally, which is interesting for sure. And I mean, it was just nice to make use of. Only real issue that I have with this specific setup is that it really focuses towards having base sprint and field characters, which is a lot of rallies, sure, but a lot of the rallies you can also get away with having a lot of EX rolls for your fields and sprints. This one, you have field and sprint as a boost twice, meaning you really have to make utilization of those base fields and sprints. And then also there's a ton of EX rolls with makes a lot of good utilization of like Ray with his striker sprint and like striker techs and whatnot. So you really have to kind of utilize your fields and sprints mostly as their base kit, or like their base roll, which is cool, I guess. This battle here was Area 3 versus Agatha. This is just where I finally got to make utilization of Irida and Renegade Cynthia together, because they both share the same combination of rolls and EX rolls, just reversed, strike tech and then tech strike. So you mostly get to use them together. We're able to use Steven here as well for the Hoenn boost, and being a supportive type of tech character, not really a tank, but supportive. He worked for a good slot 3 that could help continue to provide us with the Hoenn boost, which is nice and strong. So we utilize him for the defensive debuff so we can directly power up Renegade Cynthia's nuke, as well as then just using Irida and Cynthia together for good ghost damage. The battle is pretty short-lived for the most part. Their defenses are pretty much all the way debuffs. I figured they would survive this a lot better than they did, but I guess an AoE tech nuke with like still 100% activation is a little bit too strong. And then we just end up finishing them off with the Bitter Malice. I mean, that was pretty strong. But yeah, finally. This is one of the best things probably about having these two characters synergize as well as they do, is that they share the exact same EX roll combination. So you get a battle rally that has strike tech, well boom, I've got myself two synergistic characters in the form of Renegade Cynthia and Special Custom Irida to work together. So finding more combinations of EX rolls that are like literally perfect for each other, and they are the exact same rolls, is going to be very fun, depending on what characters I EX in the future, or EX roll in the future. I forget what area this is, but we finally bought an item. We got the critical power booster, which is probably, in my opinion, the strongest booster. We're on Area 5, by the way. It's probably the single strongest booster you could buy for how cheap it is, being 50 points to buy, and you just get pretty much free 100% power to all your moves, because 90% of sync pairs rely on crit for damage anyway. Like, crit is the biggest form of damage in this game, and if you don't crit, then you're not doing too much damage. I mean, there's strategies around not critting, or working around not critting, but really being able to crit compared to not being able to crit is just always better. So the fact that you effectively get a free boost for doing something you were already going to do anyway is extremely helpful. The critical boost is just so insane. You don't have to do anything to manage it. Even like the speed boost, like where you have if your speed is raised, you get power. That's still really strong. But there are going to be legitimate situations where you don't have speed buffs and you're not relying on speed buffs. So the fact that, like, again, the crit power-up is still just better. Is the speed buff bad? Hell no, it's a great buff. It's something you're going to have activated most of the time anyway. But crit power, it's literally something that's going to be activated all the time for the most part, right? There's like 99.9% of situations you're going to have crit buffs, and then that 0.1% is going to be the outlier, right? So the fact that we get this boost, anytime you get this boost in the Battle Rally, I 100% recommend picking it up. It will make your life so much easier. Pick it up at least once for the 50 points so that in case you hit like a wall or a roadblock or something, you can just you can buy another one and probably get that stage out of the way. Because of the one difference that buying a 50%, 50 point crit booster makes is insane. Literally, you can go the entire Battle Rally, besides probably the ultimate battle, literally just off of that one critical power, 100% power boost, right? That just buying one of those can literally carry you through an entire Battle Rally, which is absurd. Akari's EX roll combination here was very, very useful for making use of her through multiple battles. If I wanted to, I could have made her, I believe, be used through 3 different battles, being field secondary, field primary, and then striker secondary, I think. Or is it striker primary? I don't know, it was one of them. Either way, we're able to utilize Akari here a lot just because of her field and strike combination, which is good because obviously she's got her self-sufficiency with her entry stats, crit and crit +3 and attack +4, and then she can still just do good damage with her top performance useless edge. And of course, if you do want to sync with her, you get that infinite dark zone, or not infinite, but I mean every time, every new stage, it'll still be able to activate on her first sync move, right? Able to get the dark zone and get the damage in with top performance useless edge. I'd say a combination with Akari is really good for this specific seed. I don't know, I guess you could say the Battle Rally seed with this specific combination of stages. I think Akari is pretty good for it, especially in these later battles here. Nate is also really good for it to a similar extent, but just lesser so, I would say, because his damage is a lot less direct than Akari's. Akari, you can just continue to spam top performance useless edge and get things done. Nate, he more so wants to rely on the damage of his buddy move, which can be annoying at times. I'm not saying Nate's a worse unit overall, but I'd say that for just the Battle Rally and for these specific battles in general, I would say Akari is just a lot more consistent and able to be used better. But either way, I mean, whatever. Yeah, you saw the field boost on the last stage, field boost for this one, and then there's strike for the secondary on this one, which we actually end up replacing Akari, but I could have made use of Akari if I wanted to. I just didn't. Yeah, I thought to myself, which one did I want? Did I want triple Senna with Cynthia, Ray, and Akari, or did I want to use Nate together with Ray? I just went with Nate because his circle is extremely strong of a buff. And this is what I mean when I say that a single crit buff, crit power, can carry you through a stage. Look at the damage we're already doing without any sync buffs, no circles, just zone and +4 attack on Ray. Like, we already did nearly 10% of their health without a Hoenn booster. It was literally just a crit booster, right? Because remember, my boost was Hoenn. I don't have Hoenn. And I'm just making utilization of what the game gave me, right? I mean, it's insane. The critical power is so stupid. So we're able to use our Cynthia's buddy move here, get ourselves that fighting zone in for the Triple Arrows Barrage here with Ray, and then we're also able to get in our Dark Blackout Rage. +3 physical moves next on Ray, yeah, that's a lot of damage, man. Plus the utility, of course, with the flinch, and then +4 physical moves next, Dark Blackout Rage, yeah, I mean, just, it's crazy. This is the difference that a critical power makes, and I'm pretty certain I only have one bot at this point. I know I do end up buying another 2, but this one is, I'm pretty sure, still just 1 power, which is great. Yeah, +1 crit power. No Hoenn booster, none of that. And we also get a lucky stage, which I go ahead and I just do it in this footage session. This little snippet, because I figure, why would I record the lucky stage otherwise, right? I mean, just may as well record it here and not waste the time of myself and the viewers, I guess. Oh, I guess I didn't have to put in the lucky stage, but it's fine. It's whatever. It doesn't matter too much. But either way, yeah, this rally overall was not too bad. I mean, the stages were weird with how they set up the pattern, because it did prevent a lot of combos like sprint and support, which obviously, or Cynthia, Near Champion Rosa, those type of characters, they really would benefit a lot more if that existed. Strike support, so Lusamine and Adaman, they both, Cygnus Lusamine, Special Custom Adaman, they both didn't get to make full utilization of their EX rolls, but still, I mean, there's going to be some rallies where you get the rolls, and there's going to be some rallies where you don't, so gotta, I guess, pick and choose a little bit, but whatever. That was fine. So yeah, let's move on, I guess. I think we finish off here with the ultimate battle. So I messed up with this ultimate battle. I had the choice between a hard mode Palmer, which was not too bad, or a very hard Thornton, who would be hell on earth. I was like, okay, I looked at the shop, I saw what items I could buy, and I saw maybe I can use Signacy Lucamine, New Champion Rosa, and Gita to get a win against Thornton. Well, no, I don't have any Hoenn boosters. I don't have any characters that boost Hoenn that would be good. I had Wallace, but I ended up using him for the first stage because I'm out of options, right? That's kind of how that worked. I wanted to save Giovanni for in case there was Lucy. But anyway, whatever. That was the best part. Was that we were now having to deal with that situation where I had to end up buying items. And the items I ended up buying was another crit booster, so I've got +3 here, because I ended up buying another one in the stage prior. We have +3 crit boosters. I bought an item that gives half damage across the board, which I thought would have been enough to tank Thorin. It was not. It was not enough. And I also got the -3 sync countdown for the entire team, so where we only have to use 6 moves instead of 9 in order to actually get to our sync countdown, right? Which is obviously really strong. But still, with all of those things, I could not beat Thornton. So I ended up saying, you know what, fuck it, we're gonna beat Palmer. I can't refund the items, so this is a very overkill battle on Palmer, so to speak, right? All I would have needed to beat Palmer here would be to just utilize the crit powers, which would have saved me 200 points. Would have saved me 200 points, but I mean, whatever. I ended up getting over 8,000 for this rally anyway, but you know what? We can just say it was fun. We can say it was fun to get that many items and just obliterate a not-so-difficult battle rally. Whatever. Yeah, I ended up using those 2 items there, the half damage and the -3 sync countdown, but still, we were able to gain some points from that rally, so it was fine. We got 9,100 total. We got 350 in deductions with all the powers, and that's still insane to me, by the way. The fact that you can buy the crit power so early on, and you can just continuously buy it, and it will not cost you much of anything. Like, you can buy 6 crit powers and nothing else, and that just costs you 300 points. That is barely anything. And the fact that you can do so many different setups because crit powers are just so stupidly strong, that's just insane to me. But yeah, whatever. That was the weekly battle rally. Not really weekly. I mean, for the game it's weekly, but for these videos it's not. But whatever, yeah. I'll see y'all later. Hope y'all enjoyed. Yeah, later, I guess. Thank you, footage, for doing that. Cool. Bye.